Tufo.
4 downs with Rich.
Here we go.
First down. The Cleveland Browns are banged up. They're banged up. The Steelers have won 2 in a row, but how deep can they make a run? As I mentioned, it just depends on Najee Harris. It really depends on Najee Harris, and you're depending on a rookie running back who's really talented. I mean, Marshall Faulk said earlier in the first hour that the only guy that even remotely resembles Derrick Henry is Najee Harris. And obviously the Ravens are 5-1, but that's only one game better than a team that can truly make some hay and is right flat out in the mix in the AFC North, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals. They're a real threat in this division. Big time. Because they're coming. These games that we thought that would not be important because, well, they're the Bengals, they are coming. The Cincinnati Bengals right now are 4-2. They just absolutely demolished the Detroit Lions, who, as you know, have been playing everybody tight and close. They absolutely demolished them and left the Lions saying, well, we'll get to that in a second about Jared Goff. But you take a look at the Cincinnati Bengals, who took the Packers to overtime. Their next game, this is it, coming up this weekend at the Baltimore Ravens. Laugh all you want, because they're at the Jets the following week and then home for the Cleveland Browns before a bye week. They do what they're supposed to do in the next 2 of the next 3 games. That's a win because they've won 2 of their first 3 and then have won 2 of 3 after that. That's how you become 4-2. They're winning 2 out of every 3 right now. What if it's against the Ravens and the Jets, or the Jets and the Browns, even if they lose to the Ravens? They're a threat. They've got the quarterback that is clearly healthy again. They've got the running back in Joe Mixon, and they've got, in my mind, the offensive rookie of the year in Jamar Chase, and a defense that really held the Packers to one of their lowest outputs all season long. I understand Mason Crosby missed a lot of field goals, but the reason why Mason Crosby was attempting all those field goals is because Aaron Rodgers wasn't put into the end zone and screaming at the fans in the jungle that he owns them. So, once again, I'm keeping an eye on the Cincinnati Bengals right here. That's first down. Second down.
Second down.
Chris, this is part of the reason why you're feeling so good about your Patriots. You mentioned earlier that, it was that one fumble by Damian Harris in week 1.
Yep.
And then we all know what happened against the Bucks in their house, right? There's a lot of ifs and buts.
A lot of ifs and buts.
But there's no if or but about this. Best rookie quarterback, the guy that's playing well, is a guy who does not look anything like a rookie. Mac Jones is playing like a veteran. He looks like it. He's already chafing a bit at, them calling timeout because the play came in late. You could see, Romo picked up on that during the Patriots-Cowboys game. Him looking at the sideline and saying, hey, I can fix this at the line of scrimmage. Trust me. They didn't trust him at the end of the first half when they basically took a knee at the end of the first half, which we know they never did for 20 years. They didn't even take a knee on the Super Bowl at the end of the second half and Brady's first shot at it. I think you could see that he's grown into the role. They're growing comfortable with him, whereas Trevor Lawrence has just got his first win, and we'll see what Zach Wilson looks like in his second shot at the Patriots this weekend. Trey Lance, banged up. What's he going to do coming off the bye week? We'll see what he looks like. And then we all know Justin Fields has a couple of wins under his belt, but it's still like hands in 10-2 with a foot on the brake with him. Not with Mac Jones. They're running their offense, and it looks really crisp. And that one shot he took to Kendrick Bourne, if they start adding the chunk plays in here, I understand why you're feeling confident about him. I still don't think they're too better than the Bills the rest of the way. But he looks like a veteran quarterback. Third down.
Third down.
We're a third of the season in. 6 weeks into an 18-week season. It's very simple math. So let's take a look at the race that's forming for first overall selection in the draft. Unfortunately, both New York teams are up there. How about Tua in this mix? Because, hey, they've got one win. They could have 0 wins, just like the Detroit Lions, who, by the way, it was the first week in which they laid an egg. It was their first week in which they just basically seemed to back up the U-Haul truck And the Bengals just hit him in the mouth, and they didn't do very well. And now, did you hear Dan Campbell said that Jared Goff needs to step it up?
Called out Goff.
He called out his quarterback. You know, say what you will about whatever relationship he had with Sean McVay. There was never a call out here, even though there were times where Rams fans were screaming for Goff to step it up. There's one 0-win team, and it resides in Detroit. And then we're going to take a look at the New York teams. I think they won't be in this mix, and I still believe the Miami Dolphins won't. Will Jacksonville be in this mix? Just keep an eye, because there's a ton of one-win teams that are out there right now. And the 0-win Lions, is this the time where they're going to start having the bottom fall out of them? Because guess what's next for them? A trip out here to SoFi up the road against Matthew Stafford and the Rams. You know they're going to really want to win that one. Okay, here's my fourth down.
Fourth down.
All right, so you teased this that it's actually hot because the last 2 weeks,
I've had predictions.
and they immediately resulted in losses.
Here you go. Here's my hot take. The taunting stuff. The taunting stuff, we all agree we can't abide it.
It's terrible.
But how about this? How come it's okay for everybody when they pick off a pass to go run into the end zone and stand there and take fake photographs? It's not in the direction of anybody in particular. It's not in the direction of a bench. But this isn't taunting? How is it not taunting when you're beating the crap out of the Los Angeles Chargers and your kicker gets everyone together on the bench and fakes taking a photograph like it's a group photo? Oh, no, it's not in the direction of a player, and it's not in the direction of a bench. But this group celebration stuff, we're cool with that. We want, if this taunting rule and the emphasis that's placed on it is all about let's be an example for kids and Pop Warner level football, that's cool. We want Pop Warner kids getting there and taking photographs like that they're mugging for a count. It's not at a player, not at a team, but we're cool with that. Kind of doesn't make sense. And that's my 4 downs for this week. I know you're wincing. I know you wouldn't like it.
I don't love that take from you.
I know. That's why I'm holding a hot take plank.
I don't love that take.
I'm all for celebrations. I am all for celebrations.
So
I'm all for it.
You're
but how
complaining
are we,
about the consistency.
I don't like it when I'm standing over somebody and yelling at somebody.
But that's definitely taunting.
You answered
Correct.
it yourself, though. They're
Correct.
not directing it at someone.
But
they're
that's the
running
rule.
to a corner.
But that's the rule. That's why they're saying as long as you're not directing it directly at one person standing over them, as long as you're not standing at the opposing bench collectively and yelling at collectively and barking and taunting collectively after doing a play. It's fine if you go in a corner and 10 of you fake like you're taking a photograph. But by the way, if I'm not mistaken, broadcast teams have set up the camera specifically. You go there and you go celebrate.
Yeah.
But that's not taunting? You're not taunting. We're up by all these points.
So did you want a flag on Aaron Rodgers?
I don't. I don't want the emphasis at all. I don't want the emphasis at all.
But you got to call it when the guy's standing over the dude.
Yes, but that's already been in the rule book.
But it was never enforced.
That's fine. But how is that also not taunting? The Ravens were not taunting the Chargers. They're just having fun.
They're having fun. I don't know, man. I never considered that type of
how is that
defensive celebration. I never thought that was taunting.
How about this? By the standard, you want kids doing
That's
that?
kind of taunting because
that's not. Of course, that's taunting.
But
we're kicking your ass. So let's all get together on our sideline and fake like we're taking a picture.
That's fantastic.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fun or whatever.
It's fun.
But
that's harmless.
Fun. That's harmless. That's.
Oh,
that's not taunting. You're telling me you're not taunting your opponent. We're kicking your ass. Look at our good time that we're having. How about this? So if that's not taunting in the NFL, then you want kids doing that?
Why? Who cares? It's fun.
I don't want kids doing that. That's not sportsmanship.
What do you mean? They're having fun with their teammates.
That's why I'm clutching my hot take plank. That's not too far away from taunting.
Ooh.
It's in the same neighborhood. What about running to the end zone? Here's a group celebration.
You're celebrating with your teammates. You're
running 90 yards in the other direction to do it.
You're not showing up your opponent.
Okay. That's not showing up your opponent.
I don't think so.
How would you like that if you just threw the interception?
Don't throw an interception.
Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.